Well, good morning and welcome back to the Sudoku channel. This is Oliver coming to you from Youghal by the Sea here in Ireland over in Europe. It is a foggy morning, but I've had my swim. I've read all your comments. I am glad to see that, yes, you've come up with solutions, and I think my solution now is just going to be based on the solutions that you have done. Okay, I'll put just put a comment up there of everybody that I've got solutions from so far. But as I mentioned at the last one, there was some sort of a wing here, the 2-3, the 7-2-3 and the 3-7, and a lot of you have that one in your solutions. For those of you who are not familiar with it, I had to look it up, and this is the type of proof you'd have. If you take, basically it's a triple, but the triple is neither in a house or a row or a column. It is spread around a little bit, and I look upon this as a bit of an elbow. So if you take one half and you say this can either be a 2 or a 3, well, if it is a 3, then that will not be a 3 and that will not be a 3. Fairly straightforward. If it's a 2, then this can't be a 2, and now we're going to have a pair here of 7 3s, which means you can't have sorry, that's a double of 7 3s, which means this will not be a 3. That's one way of looking at it. You can also go down to the other end and say, well, if this is a 3, that won't be a 3. If this is a 7, you won't have the 7 here, and now you're going to have the double up here in the column, whereas previously we had the double in the row. And that's the way it'll always happen. You're going to end up with doubles on one end or the other end, and the common between all three is the 3, and whatever can see all 3 copies of that, we can get rid of, which is this one here, so we can get rid of that one there. Now the other one was I saw mentioned, I think was this Ross saw mentioned it. It's a finned X-wing. Now the finned X-wing is on the 7s, and to show it properly, down here we have, okay, there are 2 7s there, and we have maybe 2 7s up here, but we actually have more than 2 7s. We have 3 7s here. Now, the way this finned X-wing works, we're taking the X-wing as here being that way and that way. So the bases are on the rows, which means this extra one here is a fin. If that was not there, we'd have an X-wing. X-wing at the bases here, which means we can get rid of any 7s on the columns, which means we get rid of that 7. So if that was not there, we'd have an X-wing here, and we could get rid of that 7. But since the 7 is here, sorry, if the 7 is here, well, then we get rid of this 7 anyway. So either way, that 7 goes. And according to Ross, that is it done. The puzzle falls apart. And I'm sorry, Ross, you're way ahead of me. I don't know what technique you used after that, because I cannot see it falling apart. I have looked and looked and got absolutely nowhere. So I reverted to what I was talking about the last time, all these 1-7s and that around the place, that I must be able to do something with it. And I see this also mentioned by, I don't know your names, sorry, Charmilishar, whoever you are. And you did a very good description of it. Although I have a feeling it's not an AIC, I have a feeling it's a Pairs chain, but then I often get my terminology wrong. We start off here, and we are going to finish up here. So that's your beginning, and that's the end. Now, basically, you have to start and end on a strong link. So that's going to be chain number 1. And every uneven chain from there on, they also must be strong links. Now, if you haven't done strong weak links, there is a tutorial down below in the comments that you should have a look at. So you're going to start off with a strong link, and then the next link can be a strong or a weak link. So that's an even number. So all your even links can be strong or weak. Okay, so we start off with a strong link here. And what we mean by a strong link, it means that if this is a 5, then that has to be a 7. And if we're going to go the other way around and make this not a 7, that has to be a 5. So either way, either direction, we get the same results. So we start off here and we say this is not a 5. If it's not a 5, then it must be a 7. If that's a 7, then this is not a 7. It's not a 7, it must be a 1. If it's a 1, then this cannot be a 1, it must be a 7. If that's a 7, then this is not a 7, it must be a 3. If that's a 3, then this must not be a 3, it must be a 5. And just see, I could have made that chain a little bit shorter. So go back the other way. So we've already said if this is a 5, this was not a 5. Go the other way around. We say this is not a 5, then it must be a 3. If that's a 3, now this is a weak link, then this is not a 3, as is this not a 3. That's not a 3. If that's not a 3, then this is a 7. If that's a 7, this is not a 7. And we can go straight up here, not a 7, then this must be a 7. And if that's a 7, and this is a weak link, this is not a 7. And if that's not a 7, this is a 5. It means we can get rid of this 5 here, but we can also get rid of this 5 over here. And now that leaves us with a single unique 5 here on the row. And we put that in, and we don't get anything else from there. I think that's all we got from there. Now there's another link we can put in here, and it's a wing of some sort as well, but I just put it in as a chain. It is basically here 2 7 7 3 3 2. So that's a strong link. If that's not a 2, it's a 7. If that's a 7, that's not a 7. If that's not a 7, it's a 3. If that's a 3, then this is not a 3, it's a 2. So starting here and ending here, and what can be seen by both the start and the end, and you can do it both ways, is this 2 and this 2. And I think with that, the puzzle probably will fall apart at this stage. So we have a 5 here, and that'll get rid of that 5 there, and coming down here, we'll also get rid of a 5 down here. And we have a 9, getting rid of that 9 there. And we have 2 9s down here to get rid of, which will make this the 9 for this house. So I'm going to get rid of that 7 there. Back up here we have a 3, which will get rid of that one, which will give us a nice 2 there. And yeah, we've got a lot of stuff out now at this stage. We should be okay. As long as I don't make any mistakes, we'll be fine. And that 2 will get rid of that one. And that's that one finished. And we have a 3 here. It gets rid of that one. And that one. And that one. And the 9. I say this is it. Well, according to yourselves, this is it. And I believe you all. And Ross, I'd love to know how you solved this one, because you're using things that I just obviously don't know about, and I'd love to learn them someday. One day I'll be as good as you. No, that's a big statement. I can't guarantee that'll happen, Ross. I don't think I'll ever catch up with you. 7 gets rid of that one, and would you stop talking? You're going to make a total hames of this. There's a 2 7 2 7 there. It gets rid of that one. We have the 7. Gets rid of that one. We have the 3 and the 1, and I think I should have got rid of something else down there. What should I got rid of down here? The 1 and the 3. I should have got rid of that 3. Where was I? Oh, I was up here doing a 3. Get rid of that one. Give me a 5. That will be the 3, so I'm going to get rid of these 2. That 3, that's all that's to be got rid of. And we take the 3 now while we are here. And yeah, the one we got rid of up there, and this is the only 3 here now, so that's it. This is the well, 3s, okay, this is the only 4, which we get rid of that one. And we have a 5, getting rid of that one. 7 9 7 9, and the 1 gone is that one there. That would be my 5, and gone is that one over there, giving me the 9. 9 gets rid of that one, and we have the 1 gone, and the 5, another one gone, and the 7. We'll get rid of a couple of things over here, and a 7 here, and a 7 there. 2 gives us a 7 here, and a 1 down here. We'll get rid of that one, and we have a 2 up at the top. Oh dear, this is working out nicely now, isn't it? Yeah, nice one. I'm enjoying it. I'm still shivering from the swim this morning. Water wasn't cold, but it's very foggy here today. The fog really seeps the strength out of you. The 7979, sorry, what am I doing? 7979. There's a 9 here. That's me 7. I think I've got a brain fog going on at the moment. All right, do you know what? That was straightforward. So what, for me anyway, I'm not sure about that, whether there was any need for that finned X-wing, but maybe there was. At the start was, I don't know, was that called? Was that an XYZ-wing that I had up there to top the little triple? That was a nice one. And then I had a Pairs chain, and that followed off with another Pairs chains. Yeah. Okay, look, and thank you all very much. I think we all came up with the same solution. It's nice to do it and to see what other people are doing. And Ross, you're a genius, however you do it. I don't know how you do it. Okay, right then, that's it for now. I should mention I will not be here next Friday. I will not be here next week at all. My partner and I are taking the plunge, and we will away then for the following week, so it's probably going to be 2 or 3 weeks before I'll be able to get back to you. If I can get a chance before I go away, I'll record something, but there's no guarantee. If not, it's going to be about 3 weeks. Great being in touch with yourselves. I find these Friday and weekend sessions on Sudoku great fun for myself anyway. I hope you're enjoying it. If you are, stick with it, and anybody who's new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell, and you know automatically when the next one is coming around. Alright, till the next time, Slán Tamil.